Right guys, Shay here, Uneven Bounce. Hope you guys are well. So I've just done a video on Jofra Archer, and now I'm going to do a video on the man who has said countless times how he's going to back him, and that is of course England's talisman, Ben Stokes. How can I not do a video on this guy? I don't fanboy too much on players. I'm a bit of a fanboy on Virat Kohli, I'm not going to lie. I think he's absolutely unbelievably good and just a great character in the game. But as far as he can go, I really like Kevin Peterson, and I'll get to him in a little while on this video. But Ben Stokes is just unbelievable. You know, he's unbelievable. I mean, everyone talks about last year, 2019, how big it was. Obviously, what he's just done now in this Test match against the West Indies. But for me, if he made his debut, Ben Stokes, from memory, it was a ODI or a T20, I can't remember, in 2011, I think it was. And that was against West Indies, and I think they were playing. I think him and Butler made the debut at the same time in that series. I remember they played that series really late. It was like September 25th, 26th, something crazy like that. It was like really. It was almost October, I remember, and they played that series against West Indies. Let me just quickly check. Actually, I might be able to quickly bring that up because I would like to know that because. He did, yeah, he made his debut, yeah, September 23rd, the T20 debut, 2011 against West Indies, yeah, I remember that. I remember thinking it was so late, basically, in September, and I'm pretty sure he made his debut alongside Josh Butler. Josh Butler might have played like game before or game after, but that series, Josh Butler also made his debut, and he was like 20 years old, Ben Stokes, and okay, you know, up and coming all-rounder, fantastic. Went to play for the Lions afterwards, didn't do so well, and always a bit of a checkered past, hasn't he? You know, the West Indies incident as well. I think he might have got sent home from a Lions tour in Australia. There was some issues there, I think it was. But you know, he's had as you'll know what happened in Bristol, etc. But you know, just look at how far he's become. You know how far he's come. Should I say sorry? You know, everyone talks about his performances over the last kind of 18 months. I know that he's averaging like 55 in the last 18 months and like 20 now in the ball or something, compared to his normal averages of like 30 now and about 32 with the ball, which I think he'll improve on massively. But for me, the one important knock that he played was the 120 against Australia in his second test and the third test in another 5-0 whitewash for Australia. You know, for a 22-year-old in his second test at Perth, and Perth was then Perth, you know what I mean, with Mitchell Johnson smashing England batsmen, you know, destroying them, putting the bloody heebie-jeebies and into all of them for that entire series. But you know, that innings there for a 22-year-old to come out, like I said, in Perth in a second test and do that against that team with that spearhead, that is when I took notice of Ben Stokes. And that's why I think disappointing when we saw the 2015 issues, and you know, he's always had a bit of controversy following him, hasn't he? I think all that shit he had with Mollen Samuels, you know, you get him wound up, you know. But I firmly believe, and I touched upon this part in the video I did with Ravi and Joe in my second test review, that I think that the time he lost after the whole Bristol incident, I think like Stephen Smith has made kind of just take stock of his game and who he is and where he's at in his life with his cricket, and just realised probably how much he loves the game and how well he wants to do for his country. You know, 'cause he's very passionate, you know, man, and he wants to do well for England. You know, just like Stephen Smith for Australia. And I think after what happened to both of them, I don't think it's coincidence that the game has kicked on even further than it was at. You know, I mean, Ben Stokes is always a really good player, but now he's just absolutely lauded on, and quite rightly so, by everyone. He walks into any side as a batsman. Bowler, maybe not as much. I still think I've got a bit to go as a bowler. I still don't believe he's a third teamer. I don't believe he's third teamer quality, to be honest. But he is a fantastic batsman. I think it's said he's averaging 55 since 2018. You know, they're Fab Four stats, aren't they? I mean, like I said, now he's rated number 3 in the world. Again, I don't think he's as good as Kane Williamson, to be honest with you. But given another year at this level, and I think they can say he deserves to be there. I guess how his game pans out, we'll see how long that he carries on with all 3 formats as well. That was worrying me a little bit, the fact that he's obviously a 3 format player because he's very, very good in all formats. Although his white ball stats may not show it properly, he is still a very, very good white ball cricketer. Obviously, as last year in the World Cup proved it. But I think they need to manage him carefully. I think maybe it's like, I always think like, with the global events that's coming up, the ones that are furthest away, for example, now the 2023 World Cup is 50 over cricket, isn't it? So with that, I wouldn't, because there's not 50 over major competition for 3 years. Because of that, I wouldn't play Ben Stokes at the moment that much. I'd rest him from that format. Obviously now with the T20 World Cup being pushed back, you might maybe not play him as much in T20 as well until maybe next year. Yeah, to just balance his workload, I think, and he's done that. To be fair, they've rested him for certain games. They rested him from the South Africa series, for example. Was it the ODIs rest him from memory? I think it was. So they have tried to balance his workload, but knowing Ben Stokes doesn't want to get dropped from anything, he wants to play every game. And it'll be interesting to see how his game pans out. Whether he goes up another notch, he bats at 5 at the moment. Will he stay at 5? Will he go to 4? Maybe. Or will obviously keep that position for the rest of his career. We don't know, obviously, but maybe just Stokes at 5. He's going to bowl. Obviously, he's a 4th teamer, maybe a 3rd teamer in say subcontinent conditions. Then maybe 5 is good for him. But back to I said before, I was going to mention Peterson. I really feel quite sad, to be honest with you, and I said that in the video with Joe and Ravi, that Peterson and Stokes never really got to play together, because I think that Peterson had another 3 years left in him at the highest level. I really do. Kept himself fit, was very diligent, worked really hard, practiced a lot, outside the game. He worked his game and he wants to get better. I think he really wants 10,000 test runs. Selfish or not, that's what he wanted. And I think him and Stokes together, that middle order, the engine room, for 2-3 years would have been absolutely electric for English fans. I would have loved that. I think every English fan would have loved that. Peterson at 4, let's say, and Stokes at 5, or Peterson at 5 and Stokes at 6, whatever, But them two, the middle order, just been absolute dynamite. Absolute dynamite. Would have been wonderful to see. It's a shame we never got it. But anyway, yeah, they've obviously got. He is a once in generation cricketer. He really is. He will surpass Ian Botham, I think, as England's all-time leading all-rounder. I don't think he'll get as many wickets as Botham, but he'll definitely eclipse his amount of runs. I think both think it's over 5,000 runs, 4,500, 5,000 runs. I think it's a 5,500, maybe 5,500. I don't know exactly. I need to check that. But he will definitely eclipse him by far with the bat. I said the ball, I don't think he will, but I have no doubt he will go down as England's best all-rounder of all time. The one person I look at in the modern era is Jack Cullis, and will he eclipse him? I don't think he will, because I don't think he'll play another 102 test matches. Jack Cullis is a freak. He made his debut early, had like almost a 20-year career. Ben Stokes won't have that. It's impossible with T20 as well. Obviously Cullis never had to deal with T20 cricket really for the majority of his career, so he's obviously able to focus more on tests and ODIs. Cullis was, though, a wonderful, brilliant batsman, and Ben Stokes isn't there just yet, but like I said, another year or two at this level, he could get there. I don't think he'll get as many runs as Jack Cullis, because he won't play as many test matches. Will he eclipse it in terms of wickets? Possibly, but again, I'm not sure. Maybe, I think what he calls gets over 250. I think. Drop in the comments if you know. I think it's over 250 wickets. He definitely got 250. I think Stokes is on 153, so he will eclipse him, I think, in terms of test wickets, but he won't get the amount of test runs. I think Jack Cullis amassed about, was it 13 or 14,000 test runs? Was it? Actually, it might have been 12,000. Let me just quickly check on that, because I've just checked, and he scored just over 13,000 test runs at an average of 55. And even ODI level, just over 11,500 runs at 44. I mean, the guy's a freak. 45 test hundreds, 58 50s. I mean, that's just ridiculous, isn't it? I don't think Stokes will get anywhere near that really in terms of test. I mean, I won't say anywhere near it. I think he can get 10,000 test runs. and I think he can take 250 Test wickets. In fact, that reminds me, yeah, Callis took 292 Test wickets at just under 33. I think Stokes can beat that. I do. And I think he can get 10,000 Test runs, and said cement his position as the best all-round England have ever produced. So yeah, they have a once-a-generation talent. They need to nurture him because, you know, if he breaks down... See, the thing is with all-rounders, people say give balance to a side. The thing is with him, he doesn't give balance because he's so good on both. If it, I know he just explains properly. If he's out the team, it's not a simple case of an all-rounder comes in. No one can obviously compete with him in terms of the quality. There's no one there. Chris Woke, Sam Curran, you know, anyone outside the current squad, there's no one there obviously can be a like-for-like replacement. That being said, he gets in the team definitely as a batsman 100%, because obviously the numbers that we mentioned. As a bowler, as a four-seamer, yes, if you're going to play four-seamers with a spinner, or just four-seamers on a green top. But the balance he gives, I mean, he gives great balance, but it's more than that. He's not like a typical all-rounder, like, you know, batting at 7 and then bowling as a four-seamer. He's such a pivotal player in that team. I'm just trying to describe properly. I need to think of a better way to say it, but it's not just a simple case of like being a typical all-rounder, so bat at 7 and bowl 4, you know, third, fourth change. He's more than that. He's much more than that. Yes, he does balance the team, but not the typical way that a player would. I need to think about how to say that, so I'll think about that, and maybe another video I'll come back with it. But yeah, anyway, he's just a brilliant player for England, and I think that he will go on to eclipse a lot of records. I just hope they can keep him fit for the next few years. And I always say to any English fan out there is just enjoy it while it lasts. I always say that with great players, just enjoy it. Don't worry about the future necessarily. Neil just talked about it for the last 10 minutes. Just enjoy it. Just enjoy his performances. Because what's going to happen is he is going to have a slump. He is going to have a downturn in form. That's going to happen. So just enjoy it now. Just enjoy watching greatness in front of our eyes. Just soak it up. Yeah, so that's it, guys, from me. If you enjoy the video, please do like it. Comment what do you think. What do you think about Ben Stokes? Is he as wonderful as I'm saying? Is he as great as I'm saying? Is he a once-in-a-generation cricketer? Will he be the best all-round cricketer that England have ever produced? Will he eclipse Botham? Will he go past Callis? Or am I talking a lot of Coswallop? You let me know, guys, in the comments. If you enjoy the content, please do like the video, share it, and don't forget to subscribe. And I will see you on the next one. Cheers.